Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another video you're watching from The Angels TV. By the way, we're back again with another video that we want to summarize about the new patch that's coming out starting from version 4.0 aka Elation. Okay, there's a lot going on with version 4.0 that's bound to release very soon, by the way. It's bound to release on February 13th, by the way, usually on a Wednesday release. However, because of 3.8 phase 3 banners that recently came out, the version 4.0 patch has been extended because of phase 3 banners, and it's now coming out on a weekend basically, by the way. Yeah, it's coming out technically not on a weekend but on a Friday. Apparently Friday the 13th apparently is when the 4.0 is coming out. But there's a lot going on that we technically want to like talk about it, by the way. Okay, so 4.0 has a new list of characters coming out, by the way, for the Stellar Conversion shop, by the way. And the Stellar Conversion shop has quite a bit of characters that I think you guys need to know. Okay, in 4.0 you can actually choose and get a free limited 5-star character, and Sparkle is basically fixed in this list, by the way. You can get Akron, Aventurine, Sparkle, Jing Liu, Kafka, Jing Yuan, and Danheng Lune apparently. Okay, so these are the characters that are coming out in the 4.0 Stellar Conversion shop to actually select, and you can get these characters for free. However, there's also gonna be another free 5-star characters in version 4.0, by the way. Some sources also mention it could be either Sparksy or Yao Guang. We have no idea about this. Some sources claim that it would be an old character being free. Now when we talk about free characters, we're basically talking about two types of free character. One, the free character in 4.0 that's claiming to be Sparksy or Yao Guang is like the DHPT type of free character. The second free character is basically talking about the Stellar Conversion shop. This is basically free, but in like basically claiming and redeeming the character out of the shop for free. That kind of a situation going on right now, by the way. But there's a lot more other issues currently right now that's happening, by the way, that that Yao Guang being free kind of makes sense, that in a way that people want it because she's strongly needed for now for all the Elation teams coming out in the near future and the future patches as well, by the way. So people would have more reasons to actually invest on Elation and etc as well, by the way, right? So however, the problem is right now is that however, if Sparksy becomes free, you got a DPS to play, unlike Yao that does not have a team, by the way. And if Yao currently doesn't work all alone, by the way, guys, she does not really have any kind of team at all. So if you get Yao, you don't really have a team to play her at all. You have to like invest on Yao team later when more characters basically come out. A DPS potentially that comes out later for like Yao basically. Yeah, right. So Yao has problem because Yao's best team in 4.0 currently right now is a 2-cost Elation team. It's either you get Sparksy and Yao together to form that team, or you completely just drop that team and go for a rerun character that's coming out in the 4.0 patches. Most of you guys probably already know about the reruns of 4.0 coming out, and the rerun banners are actually very strong lineup. So I would recommend you guys to go check out the leaks that are coming out for the 4.0 rerun banners, by the way, because there's a few characters like Evanite, Hycelan, Seridra all coming out. And so people are actually kind of like in a very bad situation right now because you need Yao and Sparksy. That's a 2-cost Elation team. Now there's two ways that you could actually go with this, by the way, right? If you're gonna go with Sparksy DPS Sparksy, now you can actually survive, right? You can basically very well just survive with Yao and Sparksy. Sparksy alone, because Sparksy alone actually works with Tribi and a few characters like Old Sparkle and etc, by the way. But the main issue with this is that if you only going for Yao Kuang and you're not gonna go for Sparksy, you may not be able to play the patch at all, by the way. Because the issue is that Yao Kuang does not have any team currently right now, and her DPS, future DPS, are gonna be taking a bit. Maybe 4.0 or 4.2, by the way. So in that meantime, you might have to survive in that patch without having a Elation team. And the end games are a little bit more rough. It's already like catching up. So in 4.0 end games, you're not going to be able to clear much of the end games without having these kind of teams like being there, and at least one team being there, because it caters heavily to Sparksy a little bit, right? So if, let's just say, like Sparksy becomes free, right? Then you have the whole entire patch for Yao Kuang's banner, because Yao Kuang's banner is going to be the whole entire patch to allow people to invest on the strongest Elation support like her, by the way, right? That way people can focus on investing on Sparksy, like the only Elation DPS at the moment. However, like unlike Remembrance, we had a gap between each character to invest total of 6 patches. They have lessened it down now to 3 patches, stacking 2 strong characters together, making people go crazy for pulls, by the way. So the current 4.0 patch is actually in a very bad situation right now, is because of this situation currently happening. You have to be careful and you have to be more like wise on who you want to invest. If Sparksy becomes free, it's going to be good for everyone, because then they can focus on Yao Kuang in the future. They are giving you a free DPS. But if it's the opposite situation where Yao Kuang is the one becomes free, then you have to invest on someone, and you still may not be able to play at all the Elation teams. You may be able to invest in future Elation teams, but you don't have a current DPS to actually have to put your Yao Kuang with, by the way, because Yao Kuang doesn't have any teams in 4.0 to work with. The only team is Sparksy, and you have to invest on that 2-cost Elation. So it's in a pretty bad spot, but this is what we have right now and what we can do. For me personally, on the February 13th, I'm going for Hysolence. You guys probably already know that I have Hysolence Lycone, I have Black Swan E0, and I have Kafka E0, by the way, and also I have DHPT and all my characters. So for me personally, I'm planning to go for like Hysolence E0, because I already have S1 Hysolence. So for me, this is going to be good. But right after I get Hysolence, I'm planning to go for like characters like Sparksy maybe, and skip Yao Kuang, by the way, because I have to get Sparksy so that I have an Elation team to actually play at least. And if I get Yao Kuang, as much as I do want to get her, but I'm gonna have to just wait for a rerun to actually get Yao Kuang maybe, right? And I'm thinking, because of how strong Yao Kuang is as an Elation support, and she's a very strong cost Elation support, she might be able to get a rerun like it with Evanesia, which is Yai Sakura. Personally, maybe in like 4.2 basically. That's what people are like speculating and claiming right now. So I think it might be actually good in a way if characters like Yao Kuang ends up rerunning in 3 patches later in 4.2 with Evanesia, because the future DPS still needs Yao Kuang, by the way. But Yao Kuang's banner lasts whole entire patch. We have no idea what's gonna happen in the future, when it's gonna be a rerun, etc. We have no idea. But we would have to wait to see what's gonna really happen between these 3 character lists that are coming out. Depending on who's gonna be free, it's still gonna be a huge plus for all of us, by the way, right? So after I tried to get Hysolence, I'm already at 40 PDs, by the way. So for me personally, at 40 PDs, I have about like 50 pulls saved up already. So I'm planning to get Hysolence. So I have 1 gold and maybe 1 gold to a guaranteed amount. So I'm planning to maybe win my 50s early for Hysolence. If I can, then I would have more to actually invest on Sparksy's banner, which is on the second phase of 4.0, by the way. So that's the plan that I do have for that. And then after that, I'm gonna have to see what's really gonna be happening after that in 4.1, 4.2, etc. Yeah, so this is all I wanted to tell you guys, by the way. So thank you for watching this video, and make sure to leave a like and share your thoughts. to me, by the way. You can send me a DM on Discord and or in my Discord server to leave some thoughts about this, by the way. And I will catch you guys all on another video, by the way. Thank you. See you guys. Bye bye.